Okay, here's the book I was talking about, Unstuck. One of the authors, Sheila Walkington, is here. Good morning, Sheila. How are you?
Morning, and well, thanks.
Good to have you here. Judith Kane from Money Coaches Canada, and our favorite money expert is here. Hi, how are you? Good to see you.
Nice to see you too.
Okay, so it's a book about how to control your money and look after yourself. What's different about this book, Sheila, than the others that have been out there?
Well, if you're feeling stuck with your finances and want to get a handle on your money, it's a great book to get started with.
There's an interesting thing we were talking about on the back. Why are so many well-educated Canadians with good incomes and great intentions struggling to get ahead financially? I gotta believe there's a lot of people in that boat.
There are.
I'm in that boat.
Yeah, there's a lot of people in that boat. People are feeling, even though they have good intentions and good income, they're still struggling to get ahead. And
right.
I think, you know, finances has become more complicated. We don't have pensions anymore. There's a lot more things to spend our money on.
Right.
And the bank's more than willing to give us lots of credit to get us ourselves in trouble.
To get the backing from you and your group, this book has got to be, you know, factual for one. It's got to be informative, right?
Yep.
What else do you find, you know, interesting and applicable in these pages?
I think it gives people a sense of reality. We've come to look at credit cards and debit cards as additional forms of income, and they're not. You know, a credit card is not a second bank account.
No.
I read that in a blog and I thought, what a great line.
Yeah, we laugh about it, but you know what, it's true. I mean, and we're all, at some point in our lives, I think there's a lot of people guilty of doing just that, or you know, out of what they think is necessity or whatever. Or they get themselves in a jam.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Are there ways out?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think people are struggling to know the numbers, right? If they make a good income, they think, oh, we should be able to go out for dinner, we can go on a holiday. But if you don't know the numbers and you're not clear on what your priorities are, it's really easy to get caught up in things.
Yeah.
So our goal is to focus in what's most important and put your money there.
I guess in the end, you know, to me, how you got in a certain situation is not important.
Doesn't
No,
matter.
it's irrelevant.
No, it's totally irrelevant because you're going to move forward from that point.
Absolutely.
Right? And this book helps you do that.
Yep.
That's right.
Right?
It does.
It also, as we were talking about earlier, it also points out that you know, you could read this book and figure out whether or not you need a financial expert, a money coach.
Right.
Right?
Yes.
It can send you in many different directions, but it certainly can tell you, yes, you can do it on your own, or no,
Right.
you need some help.
I liken it to renovating your bathroom. You can watch somebody renovate or install a toilet or a bathtub on YouTube,
Yeah.
thinking you could do it yourself, and you finally watch it on YouTube and say, there is no way, and you bring in an expert to put in the bathtub.
Yeah.
And we're the same way. You can read the book, and what it will allow you to do is look at it and say, you know what, I need some help.
For a lot of people out there, you know, reading a financial book is not top of mind. It's not the first book they're going to read, right?
Yeah, fair
But
enough.
this is important stuff, and as you say, it's real. It has real circumstances in it, and that's important to people to be able to read it for one.
Yeah,
Right, Sheila?
Yeah, it's very approachable. The language isn't intimidating, and really our goal is to help you figure out what you want, right, and get you excited about getting there. It's not about getting a 10% return. It's not about having $1 million. It's what do you want, and how are we going to get you there?
Are we talking about just, you know, down the road for retirement, or are we talking about right now?
No, it's for day to day, month to month, the next year. How are you going to plan for Christmas or your holiday or those car repairs that invariably come up, but also kids' education, retirement. So it's short-term, medium-term, long-term. Whatever it is you need, we'll help you plan for
Well, you know, and I'm not afraid to admit it, I'm like a lot of people who make a decent salary, yet never seem to have any dough, right? And that's a common theme
Very common.
in this country and, well, in North America, right?
Fast cash is like fast food. So much like Corey was here talking about good food and preparing it, you need to sit back and look at your money and remember the touch and feel of your money instead of using credit cards and debit cards. So it's very similar. We're going back to cooking good food. We're going back to good money management skills.
Yeah. You're having there's a book signing sort of thing going on tonight, right?
Yeah.
Where's that happening?
It's at Cafe Latte Chino. It's in Orleans at 10th Line and Innis, right in the industrial plaza there that's got Farm Boy and Barley Mow and all those places there. And we're going to be there at 6 o'clock with a presentation. We're going to answer any questions people have about money. They can come and meet money coaches. And
By the way, the first person who shows up, the first who says, hey, I saw your interview this morning on CTV Morning Live. The first one will get a free copy of the book.
Free copy signed.
Signed. Excellent. Listen, I wish you lots of success with the book, and for the people who read it and want to tackle their finances and really get a handle on it, I wish them success too, because it's not easy.
No, it isn't.
You know, it's not easy, but there is help out there, and
Yep.
are people to help, and we appreciate that.
Great.
Thanks for
Good.
coming by.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Have a good time tonight.
All right.